Member Srimati Supriya Sule.
I'd like to speak on behalf of my party to thank the motion of the address of the President of India to Parliament. Sir, today India, if you read any newspaper or magazine, nationally or internationally, is going through a very mixed bag times. It's kabhi khushi, kabhi gum. That's what I would really like to call it. I'm glad the Honorable Finance Minister, the MOS, is here. But I feel they all talk about wonderful growth of 7.4, 7.6. But sir, this is only on the top that you see these wonderful numbers which are actually fracturing. While the reality down at the bottom, if I could quote him, I think I read it, please correct me if I'm wrong. He said that this budget is about Bharat as well as it's about India. Well, it's very complimentary and encouraging that in the budget, the government has gone back to so many of UP. So I would like to compliment the budget to the government that finally, der aaye, durust aaye, but they're finally on the right track. Be it Narega, be it Agriculture Ministry put on priority. I'm really grateful to them that after talking about so much digital India, so much of everything that was so westernized, they have come back to their roots finally. The only thing that really worries me, while everything is good, India is shining, it's all looking wonderful and beautiful in numbers, all glossy. But even today, after 14, 18 months of being them in power, the negative growth still worries me, sir. The sales are still down. Manufacturing firms are still down by 11%. The stock market, which has been quite low, has shown improvement in the last 2 days. I do appreciate it's been almost in 7 years, I think, in the last 2 days. But that cannot be an indicator that all is yet well. The rupee is still committed at 40, still struggling between 68, if I'm right today. But there is acute distress. And definitely today, job creation, wealth creation for the poor still seems to be a long-distance dream and a challenge. So this is all what gives me pain. Not that I've had great experience in Parliament, but in the last 9 years that I've been here. So this is the first time that every session after session, we do talk about modernizing India. But every time we have to have a debate on social issues, on intolerance in country, and that's what really worries me, sir. When you have got such a big mandate, all you have to do is just deliver superior results. I think there are so many people in the government who are management people. I think I don't need to tell you, I'm not a management expert, but I'm sure with this kind of mandate numbers that you have, I cannot believe that you cannot push agendas which are the big ticket agendas. So I think it is definitely disappointment, not because I'm sitting on this side of the fence, but we do, all of us, common man, all our people in our constituency, well, the reality back home in our constituency is way different than what it really seems at the debate and the replies that all our honorable ministers give here. Sir, their whole thing, I'm glad the minister who replied to me about maximum governance and minimum government is here. He gave a very, very good reply, sir. He complimented, he made a lot of effort for differently able people. He talked about women getting more help during their pregnancy. But I just want to ask him one question, sir. If you could kindly reply, because I really feel the concern as an Indian first, and then I'm a member of parliament. I am an Indian first. But today what happened in my own state, sir? My own state, a policeman who's a sub-inspector in a district called Latur, was pulled out on Shiv Jayanti. He was stripped, 50 hooligans from all, and they're probably from all parties, we are not hiding away from anything, was flag, and he had to say, Jai Hind, he anyway says, sir. But sir, just because he was Muslim, is it the right thing to do? I please want to know what kind of governance this is. The same thing happened to a woman, sir. They keep talking about women's issues. I'm so glad he's giving women 3 months or 6 months of leave during her pregnancy and childbirth. I'm very happy about that. But sir, how are you going to save that police officer who was just doing her duty in Mumbai by stopping a member of their allied party? She was doing her duty. All she was telling him, do not drive and talk on the phone. When she stopped his car, that man got out of the car and bashed that woman up, black and blue. How are you going to defend this, sir? What is this government thinking is my concern, sir. What are they talking about? Talking about Haryana. It's unfortunate Sonipat MP, he's not Mr. Ramesh Kaushik, who's also from the BJP. What has happened to him? He is only 40 or 50 kilometers. I'm not sure if Dushyant Chautala is here. He was telling me his house was burning, sir. Are you trying to tell me, sir, that if police could not control Haryana, Delhi is a stone throw away from where Sonipat is. They could not control this rioting that was going on. I'm not talking about gang rapes. I'm not sure of document, and I never talk in parliament anything unless I have really done my homework, sir. Because I think it's a very solid place. Making allegations which are baseless is very easy and immature. I don't think that's what Indian parliament is all about. But what about Haryana? It was right here. Today's newspapers and channels have talked about what happened at JNU. What has happened has left a bad taste in everybody's mouth, sir. A lot has been said in it. I know this is not the subject for it, but I would definitely like to know if these tapes are doctored, who doctored them? You want to find out about everything that everybody is doing, then why doesn't this governor stand up and find out how these tapes were doctored? Because there is a story in the newspapers today really making some really ridiculous and really harsh allegations. I think you owe us an explanation. Mr. Saugata Roy is here. He has asked about a privilege motion against the Minister of HRD. I don't know why HRD Mantralaya is such a big Mantralaya. It gives future to this nation, direction to the nation. Is today embroiled in what kind of issues, sir? Is this really HRD Mantralaya's job to be in the kind of black? It's really a shame that that department is going through such a bad time. What was the MOS talking? Is this the kind of language any minister should use? Mr. Saugata Roy is trying to raise it for the last 2 days, but his voice is not being heard, sir. That minister is saying, even the member of parliament is saying, I won't get into what the MLA has said because he's not here to defend, and I am slightly old school of thought, sir. I don't want to make allegations to somebody who's not present here to defend her or himself. But I think at least what the honorable minister has said, I mean, I don't know why I'm calling him honorable, but what I want to take on him? No, it's a fact. How can you be honorable if you're talking about killing other people? Are these values? Is this what their religion and values that they keep talking about? The religion and the values I have taught has nothing to do with this, sir. So they really need to introspect as what they are going to do in India. Rohit's case, sir. It is such a sad story. There's many mothers here, sir. Did anybody bother to ask that mother what she has gone through, what her family is going through today? For us, it's a debate. The minute the debate is over, life moves on for us. What is happening back there and the repercussions it has on society. Today you go in Maharashtra, anywhere, sir. You go to Aurangabad, I just saw on a channel, there were about hundreds of children today are so disturbed. Is this the India you want to give the children of today? Is this what Digital India is about? Is this what Make in India is about? Sir, look what a sad thing. They had such a big show in Make in India. Hundreds of crores were spent on it, sir, in Maharashtra. We are happy about it. This is not the first time it's Make in India. I come from a state which is very liberal and progressive states in this country. Investments all first came to Maharashtra. I'm glad now other states are also catching up. Let it be a nice, competitive, healthy environment for everybody. But what about Make in India, sir? They are going by reports about saying in Make in India, the real original Make in India is not the gadgets, it's the farmer. Is he getting everything right, sir? I even want to ask the honorable ministers who are present here, that you talk about Make in India, we are willing to support. But you want to go everything on international reports. They are saying doing ease of business. Foreigners are telling us what it is. Have they ever asked an Indian businessman how easy it is to do a business, sir? Has ever thought our people are doing business? Are they finding it that easy? The circles of Bombay or Maharashtra today privately, every industrialist is struggling with some issue or the other. They poor things may be scared, may get raided or something, so they may not want to say it publicly. And once or twice, one or two senior people who run banks in India said something against the government, and after 2-3 days, there were repercussions, sir. I'm sure it's not a vindictive government. In the past, they probably will not repeat it again. But at the same time, in Make in India, what is really happening? Are there reforms enough to Make in India? And Make in India is not going to depend on the policies here. All the states have to do it. So what reforms and what handholding are doing with all the states is what I want to know. My earlier speaker spoke about smart cities. We welcome it. Out of the top 20 smart cities that are picked up, out of 12, the top 12, 3 are run by NCP, sir. Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad, all 3 run by my colleagues and run exceptionally well. But now in smart cities, what is it? They've done an SP, which is fine by us. But through RTI, you have no access to information. Who's going to run it? And smart city means all of Pune is not going to be smart, sir. All of Navi Mumbai is not going to be smart. Small section of Pune is going to be taken up. So one small part of the city will be good. Cost of living will go up because all the money. Who's going to run it? Is they going to... So what is my municipal commissioner going to do? So all this clarity, sir, has to come. And when they talk about so much of all this, yesterday even in the budget, they extensively talk about agriculture. I'm very happy about it. But I just want to know 3 answers when they talk about farmer suicide. Sir, I should not say this, but there are a lot of BJP leaders when we were in government in Maharashtra used to say, there is a kalam called 302. 302 kalam lagayenge tumhari sarkar par jab suicides hoga. I want to ask the Maharashtra government and this government today कि आज मैं किस पे 302 लगाऊं sir? आज जितने आज suicides हो रहे वो हमारे time. I agree with Venkaya ji. Venkaya ji showed great leadership. I have great high regard for him. He said that let's not make farmer suicide an issue between you versus them. I'm happy to do that. We are working. We are happy to walk an extra mile to find out a solution together with you to stop farmer suicides. But then what you say politically applies to you also, sir. This is what I want a clarification. They made 3 road paths. Yes, you want to help the agriculture about it. But what is the path? Do you have water? Is India free of monsoon? The answer is no. We need new technology. Are you doing about technology? We all know what their vision is about biotechnology. They don't want to do any research. So if you go back to organic farming, which is welcome, but organic farming A is expensive and B does not give the kind of productivity we need. So you will not do research in agriculture, you will not allow trials. In water, I don't know what you're doing. So, and if you don't give MSP, I will not repeat what Khadgeji said. Khadgeji had detailed told us what the MSP situation is. So if you don't do all these 3 things, sir, how are you going to change it in 5 years? It will be 2050 and nothing is going to change. So I have a humble request to this government that please introspect. There are a lot of wise minds on this side also, sir, who have worked in administration. Please take some of their suggestions. Get your house in order. Make sure your MPs and ministers do not talk because they outside they have inexperience. So if you have inexperienced people, give experienced people jobs. Be respectful and society. Be respect to your peers also, because I see a lot of MPs being very disrespectful. So please be, we are also equal. We may be sitting here, but life is a full circle. कभी आप वहाँ होंगे, हम भी वहाँ बैठ चुके हैं, बहुत साल बैठे हैं. तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि वहाँ नींद ज़्यादा आती है और इधर कम आती है. Actually जब लाल बत्ती सर पे आती है ना, तो जिम्मेदारी ज़्यादा होती है और नींद कम आती है. So better think about all this, and I wish you good luck. I'm grateful to the President of India for giving us this guidelines, but I hope you really make a difference to make a better India, which is in our dreams. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Member Sri Rahul Gandhi ji.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman, sir, for letting me speak on the presidential address. कल मैं